So many of us will know that in Southern Baptist life, it's a common trend and structure that there's one pastor that's hired, and then there's deacons and committees and things. And that's changing with plurality of pastors in some different churches. But in so many of these revitalization situations that pastors step into, they're the solo pastor stepping into this church. And that can be a particularly challenging situation for any pastor to go into. I'm convinced when I read Hebrews 13:17 that we'll give an account for souls under our care, that's a weight too great for one man to carry alone. So I believe in the plurality of pastors within the church, but many of these churches don't have that structure. So how does a solo pastor who steps into maybe a small rural country church that's been in decline for 20 or 30 years, how does he find support to do the work? Hopefully first his wife's on board, and if he's married and he's going in and she's a support to him, his family's a support to him in doing that. But that is not the only support that a pastor is going to need, especially if it's a single pastor. He doesn't have a family he's bringing. So I think the best way to find that is in other pastors in the community. Go find other pastors of other churches similar to yours and just build friendship with them. I'm really big a believer into pastoral networking in general, just to connect with other pastors. Being a pastor is a unique burden that only another pastor knows what it's like. And so that friendship and support, that camaraderie that really is essential to survive in a hard church revitalization work has to come through pastoral friendship, I'm convinced. Local associations, state conventions in the SBC, I think this is what they're designed to do when they're done well, and I've seen that done well. So if you're a pastor going into a church, look for other pastors, a local association to connect with other pastors, and you're going to find the best support as a solo pastor through the relationships of those men. And the beautiful thing about this is then you become the support they need for their church, and you can support each other in that work.